everyone, this is Sana and today I will show you the process behind my favorite plan with me. I'm also happy to be back on YouTube and give this channel another try and also kind of brave my fear of talking to the camera. So I mentioned on Instagram that I'm keeping the same theme all year long, which is abstract shapes. And it's been quite fun and avoided a lot of overthinking. It also requires zero drawing skills and is fast and easy to do. So grab a drink and your journaling supplies and let's just start. Alright, so first things first, the cover. If you follow me on Instagram, you've already saw an example of my theme with a different color palette. For February, I obviously had to go for reds and pinks. And while browsing abstract art on Pinterest to figure out which abstract shape I could lean toward to, I saw some polka dots and it just felt right. Also, apologies for this camera angle and my head showing in a lot of frames. I have no idea how some YouTubers don't need to be super close to their journal, but definitely need to. I don't know if it's related to my very bad eyesight or it's just a preference, but I'm learning to be further and further. And maybe one day you won't even see my head popping in the frame anymore. So I am keeping most of last month's layout. I just liked how they worked together and worked for me, so why change them? Also, one of the reasons I love working with gouache is that it dries so fast. Alright, so for the monthly, I put some washi tape for the calendar shape to paint over and have my crisp and neat edges. Also, you might notice some black streaks in my gray paint, and I think it's because I haven't mixed my paint very well, so that's a mistake to work on. You'll see me doing a few mistakes here and there, so if you're trying to recreate these pages, you'll know what to watch out for. But overall, making my calendar that way became a favorite way to do it. But another thing to watch out for is the washi. When I wanted to peel it off, it decided to rip my pages and make a mess. So let me go do it over the sink alone. Now I have my crisp edges and the calendar is made, but I realized that my cover Dutch door doesn't align with my calendar side. So thank God I noticed that to rectify it. But overall, I am not fond of this cover and it just feels too meh. But oh well. So now we can go on my favorite part of this theme, which is the polka dots. I can't say this enough, but this theme requires absolutely no drawing skills and is super fast to make, which I am so pumped about. And this polka dot theme ended up looking even better than what I was imagining in my head. I don't know if anyone does that, but I like to envision my pages in my head before trying to put them on paper. And since I'd never done such a theme before, I wasn't sure what it would look like, but I love the result. So you'll soon realize that most of my pages are made of Dutch doors, and it's something I have been doing only since I started bullet journaling in a square notebook. So now we can jump on the first weekly. So this year, along with the symbol theme, I decided to mostly use a stencil. I used to spend so much time overthinking what font to use on what page and all, and it was just one more thing that made my bullet journal experience just harder than it should be. And it was just making me waste time I should be using on actually working or doing my task. So stencil it is for now. But who knows, maybe I will end up making my own stencil with a font of my own at some point. Anyway, first weekly almost done, and I just want to say that if you ever decide to use paint in your bullet journal, just try to be more careful than me because apparently I can't help but smudge everything all the time. Jumping onto week 7, which is the exact same layout. I told you I am keeping last month's layout and it will be for the whole month. Probably for the whole year. It is just such a gain of time and they're working well enough. But it doesn't mean that I won't have to change them at some point if I need to. Anyway, another perks of having a color palette is that you can make the same looking spreads look different just by switching up the colors a little bit. which was one more thing I loved doing last month. I know I am repeating myself and saying I love a lot, but it's just that bullet journaling became kinda dreadful for me, and because I was constantly overthinking all of my pages, whereas now I am able to do my pages super fast and do more than one at once, which I found way cooler than just overthinking and worrying, don't you think? So 3 weeklies are done so far, and I will do the last one another time. Now I just want to go back to that cover I was finding kinda meh and try to fix it somehow. I think it just looked like a small lonely blob of color, so I just thought I would extend it to the whole page and add more and more polka dots again. You can tell I love these dots, right? And to top it all, I'm going to make the February header in gold like the last weekly's header. I feel like everything just looks so much better when done in gold. And we're done for today. February Polka Dots theme by yours truly. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as I enjoyed making it. And if you did, please leave me a thumb up to tell me I did something right. Thank you so much for sticking by, and I wish you all a great, loving month.